Peace and love. Hope all is well. Hope you're feeling blessed, secure, safe, protected, respected, high vibrational. Now, in this video, we'll be doing a godly trio for March 2021. And basically in this video, we'll be connecting with three energies who will come together, and energetically they will take the point of the triangle, and each being, one will take the point at the top, one will take this point, one will take this point, creating the energy of God. And for some reason, this is just my personal feeling, I always get this energy of three, and it comes to the energy of God, and that three beings coming together, or three entities or three energies coming together, are able to express the energy of God. And before I came to the video, that was popping up in my mind, the three and the energy of God. And what I kept being brought to was in movies, when you see like a movie to do with witches or to do with like magic, like the power of three. The power of three is like access to greater knowledge or greater mysticism or greater power, greater resource. Now, we've pulled three energies from the Kyle Grey Keepers of Light deck, and the energies that we have present is Krishna, Babaji, however you say it, and Archangel Michael. Okay. Now Krishna, his card, is saying devotion, just your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Now Krishna also carries the energy of Christ, an energy of Christ consciousness. I'm also hearing God consciousness, universal consciousness, universality, the flower of life. I'm also getting the tree of life. All things go back to Krishna. I'm getting Krishna is an access point for universal energy, just as Christ is. So, Babaji is soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. And then we have Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. There's a real energy of peace within these cards, but there's also a rigidness, a sturdiness that needs acknowledging. I'm hearing we need to be tough. The times that we are walking into are causing us to be tough, are needing us to be resilient. I'm hearing the torch has been lit. The torch of truth has been lit. The sword is representing this torch of truth, and the blue within it is representing the throat chakra, speaking truth, expressing truth. And I'm being brought to Diana with the blonde in this card, but also with what's going on, they're bringing me to Prince Harry and Meghan. The torch of truth has been lit. They're also bringing me back to, this is the year of the throat chakra. Okay. This card is saying you understand the connections between all things, but just in that moment it was speaking to me, because energy was just bringing me to multiple readings. First is obviously the reading or the video, the channeling connection with Gaia for January 2021, stating that this is the year of the throat chakra. But not just that, there's this, they're bringing me back to the video, the channeling with Diana, where she expresses that there is truth that will come out. Now, I haven't watched the interview yet with Meghan and Harry and Oprah, but I heard a few things that they did mention Princess Diana's death, and I'm not sure, I can't confirm because I've not watched it, but people say to me that yes, they did mention Princess Diana, and there was some things that spoken about it in that interview, and instantly I was brought straight back to obviously the channeling that we did with Diana about that there will be truth expressed, and it will be relating to her kids, and when they are ready to express things emotionally, and when they are, my left ear's ringing. I feel the energy present. I'm not sure who. Okay, I'm feeling like Diana because I'm hearing the mother. Okay, I'm going to sit down. I'm stood up at the moment. I'm just going to sit down. Okay. Let's pull a card from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck and see where we're being led. I'm feeling that, okay, it's not just Diana that's present at the moment, it's the energy of the mother energy itself is present around me. Okay, I'm hearing, and it's like the mother is expressing what Diana's also expressing, and they're both saying like everybody sometimes needs a bit of their mother's love, a bit of support from their mother, and she's bringing me to like Harry. He needed a bit of his mother's support. She was with him throughout that interview. Energetically, she's still supporting him on the other side of the veil. She's also bringing me to William as well, that although the two of them may show about Prince Harry and Prince William, they may have different expressions, or they may be living different lives, that they're both still her boys and she still supports them both equally, and they're both entitled to their own truths, and their truths don't have to be in alignment with each other's truth. Okay. What are these three energies saying? Krishna, Babaji, Michael. Okay. So they're saying everything is connected, but we're coming to a place where everything being connected on both sides of the argument of people that believe that everything is connected. And it's not people that believe, it's people that know that everything is connected, and people that haven't came to the knowing or the understanding that everything is connected. I'm seeing both sides are preparing their arguments. Both sides are preparing, like, it's almost like a discussion that I'm seeing occurring, but each team is preparing their argument and ready to come together for, and I'm hearing the clash of the titans for a battle. Okay, they're saying right now there's a battle of understanding occurring, not just about spirituality, but about basically everything. They're saying that even on a global level, yes, there has been this thing that everyone's been made aware of when it comes to the monarchy and Prince Harry and their child and so on, but they're saying that in your individual lives, in your less public lives, there will be things that you are going to be arguing about, but it's all about understanding. It's all about expressing your truth. Okay, I'm also getting there's an increase in there's this increase in clashing, or this increase in people being a little bit combative, because it's about everyone expressing their own truth. And again, sometimes our truths don't align with one another, so we clash. But it's about remembering that everybody's truth is true. Everybody holds a part of the truth. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. It's about everyone trusting what is true to them, and also trusting that what is true to somebody else is true to them. Your consciousness is expanding. Our understanding is expanding. Our understanding is heightening. Our overstanding is heightening. And it's more so our understanding of our connection to nature, our connection to each other, our connection to our intuition, our connection to the gods or godheads. Yes, angels stand close. They're around us. They are present with us. And that's funny because it was this card that was giving me the energy of Diana, obviously, with the blue hair, the blue eyes and the blonde hair. And I said, like, the mother and the energy of the mother's around me. This card is saying, literally, angels stand close. Diana is present, was present. It's like I'm not hearing, but it's more so a feeling, a knowing, a seeing that as our knowings increase, the level of peace that we are experiencing is heightening. The more we are expressing truth, the calmer we are. The more we express truth, the calmer our expression is. The more we express truth, the more blockages are released. The more we express truth, the more we are made aware of what is false. Truth is authenticity. So when we express truth, we are made aware of what is not authentic. Krishna is basically saying to us to hold our self-respect, hold our dignity. She also saying to, I'm hearing, have respect for your sexuality, for your sensuality, for your physical body, for the way that your physical body looks, for the way that it moves, sorry. There's something about decorating your body and wearing like accessories, but it's meaningful. It's like to decorate your body is meaningful. It's like you have to see your body as art, as a canvas, and that you are decorating it when you are wearing clothes, when you are putting jewelry on, when you are wearing makeup. The same makeup, which part of makeup says gender? Which part of makeup says gender? When it's just about enhancing or expressing. They're bringing me to Halloween. Why is it not makeup on Halloween? Why is it face paint on Halloween and not makeup? Are you not making up a different expression on your face? Or making up a different appearance? There's something about like quantumly, or I'm hearing, and also quantum leap, but something about on a quantum level, everybody's coming together. Now I'm hearing like representatives from star systems and different galaxies or whatever. It's like each of these stars represent a different representative of a different group of beings or class of beings in terms of like space, or I don't know if there is a class, a social class in space or extraterrestrials, but it's just like a spokesperson. I'm also getting that there's protection around either Diana's story, or like the boys. Someone's being protected or something's being protected, or there's something that is not being expressed in order to protect somebody. I don't know why, but it's like I'm getting messages regarding Diana that she's a warrior, a light warrior, a warrior of truth, of dignity, of respect. Even though she did speak in her physical life, it's like she didn't have to speak. It was all about her expression. It was all about the frequency that she was emitting. It was in her expression that that was her truth, if that makes sense. It was in her living that that was her truth. She didn't require words, really. It was in the actions of, you know, again, she's bringing it back to the mother's race. But also, I'm getting like something to do like foods as well. Like, even the food that she ate was different compared to other royals or something. Or, I don't know. But again, that's part of her truth, part of her freedom. I'm hearing that when she passed, she was in a lot of people's hearts. And there was opportunity for... Basically, it's like there was opportunity for people's hearts to decay alongside her body. But it's almost like she was so loved that the love in her heart, sorry, the love in people's hearts kind of didn't die out. That she's very much still within people's hearts. It's like her energy is still very much so present on earth and is felt and is still making moves and is still helping usher in change and usher in more truth and usher in more freedom for everybody and expansion. And she's also bringing me to freedom within the monarchy, which is making total sense. It was about having freedom within the monarchy, and kind of Harry is also, I don't want to say fulfilling that, but he's also expressing something very similar along those lines. Even though, like, it's about race, really, but really, it's still about freedom. Freedom to be able to be with whoever you want. Freedom to be able to have the children that you, not that you want to have, that you're having due to the fact that you fell in love with somebody outside of your race, you know? Freedom that you can still be protected and still have, like, I can't explain it, but it's very much so about freedom and being able to be free, being able to express and being able to just live without restriction, really, live without boundaries. It's strange because I was feeling like mixed energies. I didn't know who I was gonna channel, but I've pulled the 3 cards for the godly trio, and now we have Diana's energy. Okay, it's like I just saw the 3 energies step aside, and they were saying that she is God. She's a divine embodiment, a divine expression of God. They're saying she deserves to express as a individual entity. And they're not saying that they don't, or that they don't have enough energy, or they are not an expression of God. They're not saying that at all. But they're just saying that she deserves to speak on her own without the influence of like their energy. And it's not without the influence, they're there, they're present, you know. I've connected with them, so they're still there. But it's like she's just not taken over, but yes, taken over a little bit. And she's coming out again. She's a warrior. She's literally a warrior. make plans and focus. I'm hearing there is a plan of action when it comes to like that, the happenings or what's happened now, or okay, yes, and she's saying that this stuff was going to come out regardless. She's saying that her son has her spirit within him, meaning like to stand for what's right, to also be a warrior for the truth, to fight for the light, yeah. But it's that, yes, it's coming out now to do a bit of distraction. She's saying mothers do what mothers have to do to protect their children. And they're also saying it's not necessarily the mother, but they're bringing me to cognitive dissonance. People protect without question, basically. And it's like, yes, there's truth that would have been brought out anyway, but it's being brought out now for other purposes, not just about expressing truth. So basically what she's saying is don't be manipulated. Very much so listen, but also can you open yourself up to can you open yourself up to beyond what is being said, to beyond what is being expressed. She's saying begin to question why. Everything is why. Why? Why are they expressing this at this time? Why would they lie? Why would they tell the truth? Why would Oprah be the one doing the interview? Why would it be on the news for everybody to see? Why is it happening around the time of George Floyd? Why was there a question about race? Now these are all things that energy's saying to me to say, basically. That question everything. She's saying, why me? Why was it me? Okay, she's saying, why was she chose to live the life that she lived? Why did she choose to live the life that she lived also? She's also saying, why is she a warrior of the truth? Why is she a warrior of freedom? What is it about that's so important, that's so significant? She says it's obvious. So obvious that she shouldn't have to ask it, but she's asking it anyway because nobody else is. And it's not that nobody else is. There's not enough people are questioning why. Why? Why is what is going to keep us expanding? Why is what's going to keep us receiving guidance, receiving knowledge? But again, with all this warrior energy coming out, it's like there's still a need to be very resilient. This warrior energy coming out, again, we had this energy of like a clash of opinions or a clash of truth or a clash of two sides, basically. Okay, I'm in two minds. I'm not sure whether, like, in a moment we will channel an energy from Krishna, Babaji, and Archangel Michael, or whether we will channel a message from Princess Diana. Snake, shadowed skin. Wait for important information. Okay, it's still not over. I feel like basically that there are other things to come out. There's so many, I just get like there's so many snakes in the grass. We need to be careful basically not to be misled. And also not to be misled by emotion. Don't let our emotions cloud our judgment. When it comes to this kind of topic or this kind of situation, and they're referring to the Meghan and Harry situation, it's important that we listen to what is being said, pause, and wait. When you pause and wait, you then allow like other guidance to come in. For some reason, there's a need to, and just saying like again, go beyond what is just being said. There's really a need to stop, pause, and wait. Stop, pause, and wait. Harness mystic power. There's a need to pause and connect with your intuition. Wait for downloads to come in. There's a need to not just listen to, I want to say like, I want to say the tangible world or the 3D world or the physical world. There's a need to go deeper for some reason, to go deeper. For some reason, I don't know why, but I just feel that this happening or the happenings of this incident with Meghan and Harry has like a spiritual undertone. Obviously it could be because I'm feeling like the energy of Diana, but there's just like, I don't know, it just feels like a cycle or something that has to happen. I'm seeing like Diana pass the baton down to Meghan, and now it's almost like this is Meghan after she's received the baton. It's almost like initiation. I don't know. But right now it's like Meghan's throat chakra is activated, it's working, it's potent, and it's almost like she's being called to speak. It may not even be a wanting for her to speak, and not that she wouldn't want to call out injustice or, you know, defend her child or what, just defend injustice that's happened towards her. It's not that. It's just like her throat chakra is activated. It's like she's really being called to speak. She's being given additional strength. Spirit is guiding her to speak. The divine is kind of on her side. And this is probably the first time I've really even like connected with her energy or like really felt her energy, or but it's like she's being guided with a very important task. I feel like it's even deeper than she even realizes. I don't know why, but I see this as going down in history, and obviously it most likely would go down in history anyway with them just being royals, but there's something about this really being a story to tell in the future. But she's really being guided at this moment. It's almost like, I'm not sure if she is spiritual, I don't know. I'm not necessarily getting like the most spiritual energy, but the message that I'm feeling, it's like kind of perceiving before something happens, or being given knowledge before something comes about, or before something happens, you are already aware of it. She just could be intuitive, or just maybe just have gut feelings, but I don't know. Or someone could be telling her stuff, or with this snake energy, there could be somebody like spilling secrets to them. You're just making them aware of things. Now I'm seeing that somebody said, and it's not what he was saying about it could be, but that somebody said to Harry that, aren't you worried that what shade your child will come out? But I'm not sure if it is that, what they're showing me, but I'm seeing somebody tell somebody else something, and then that person go and tell Harry, or that person go tell somebody else. Like there's a game of like Simon Says, or what's it called when you pass the message in a group around a circle? I can't remember, but you whisper it in somebody's ear and somebody carries on the message, something like that. But anyway, I feel the need to maybe, let's pull a couple cards from the Moonology Oracle deck. Now, all due respect, I'm just going to ask Diana to maybe step aside and allow Krishna, Babaji and Archangel Michael to step forward, give their final message, and we'll close our eyes and channel a message from the three of them, expressing the energy of God for March 2021. Okay. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. What do you need to release? Waning moon. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. It's time to release negativity. So obviously with that, two cards coming out speaking on releasing energy, releasing negativity, releasing stagnant energy. Okay, that's basically what's happening. Again, we already spoke about this. The more we are expressing truth, the more we are willing to express truth, the more we are releasing, the more negativity we're releasing, the more peace we are grounding with. There is also an energy connected to our intuition again. Okay, it's like don't allow, with the Scorpio in this, surrounded by this purple moon or whatever you want to call it, purple planet, the message I was hearing was don't allow your intuition to bite you. But it's more so, if you don't access your intuition or tap into your intuition, it's like you're doing yourself a disservice, basically. You have all this wisdom, all this knowledge that you could gain access to or that you could be aware of, but you're not tapping into it. That's your intuition biting you. You're allowing your intuition to spite you, but it's not that your intuition is spiting you. You're just not attempting to go deeper, basically. Confidence is your key to success. You are good enough. It's like, even if when you are thinking that you are not able to listen to energy or receive downloads from energy, or you don't trust the guidance that you're getting, you need to trust it. Have confidence in yourself, because you are just as much a part of the universe as the moon is, as the stars are, as light is, as colours are, as nature is, as the plants are, as the animals are. You are good enough. You can go within, you can access your heart center with all this green, you can access the portal to the universe, which is your heart. And again, in doing that, in accessing your intuition, in meditating and going deeper, is more peace, is more calmness, is more stability. And whilst you're having more calmness and more stability and more tranquility into your experience, your mind is growing and blossoming with all these flowers at the bottom of the deck. But we really need to be putting in the work. Really need to be going within and tapping into who we are. Okay. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to bring forward this message for our highest good. For planet Earth's highest good, for all who inhabit the planet's highest good. Okay. Have resilience. Be resilient. You are resilient. You've always been resilient. Many, many times you've came to Earth. Many, many times you've been on other planets. Many, many times you've laughed and cried and felt your pain and felt your anger and felt your sadness and felt your worry and been scared. Experienced disaster, and you've still always made it through. you're still here in this moment listening to my voice. Really, you're listening to your voice because I am you. You are me. We are we. Listening to an expression of yourself, a version of yourself, a fragment of this universe's imagination. We all help manifest one another. We all help manifest plants and life force energy and the continuation of Earth. We all manifest this. It's important that we understand that we are very much so integral to the workings of this matrix, to the smallest atom, to the smallest particle. We are just as important. Without us, without the plants, without the stars, without the water, things don't run as smooth. We are all needed. We are all necessary. We all make things happen. It's important to know that I love you. It's important to love yourself and love others, and know that there's nothing weird or strange about loving a stranger or feeling love for a stranger, because again, this stranger is yourself. And when you look in the mirror after a year of not looking in the mirror, do you still love what you see? Or do you consider that to still be a stranger to yourself? Are you a stranger to yourself when you look in your mirror after a long period of time, or do you love yourself? Why can you not love a stranger that you haven't seen before? It's important to ground, to remove the socks on your feet from time to time and walk barefoot. When you're at the park, to walk barefoot. It's important to change our perspective on dirt and not see it as dirt. Maybe see it as brown sugar, brown light codes, brown physical light codes. Just as the trees absorb nutrients, we absorb codes and information and have the ability and opportunity to ground with the earth. But just as you can ground with the earth, you can ascend with the stars. Just as you can imagine the earth pulling you into itself, just as you can imagine your roots going deep within the earth, you can imagine the stars pulling you towards them. You can imagine the stars connecting with your crown chakra, transferring light codes. You can ground to these stars. You can ground and ascend at the same time. You can be in complete alignment whilst grounding and ascending. It's important to know you are capable of great things, that you are blessed, that you are wise beyond your years, beyond your days, beyond your minutes, beyond each moment. There's infinite knowledge that lies within you that will not be expressed within this life, that will not be found within this life, that will not be remembered in this life, but it's there and it's within you. You are beyond who you will become in this life. You are beyond all your greatness that you discover in this life. There is so much more than you even realize that lies within your beingness. That if you can imagine it, then you've not even touched the surface of who you are, because you are way further beyond that. way further beyond that which you can imagine. When we say you are God, or you are an expression of God, we're not saying that you are God or you are solely God. We are all God. We are all an expression of God. God is within us. God is outside of us. But it's really in the knowing, it's in the expression that will determine whether others may perceive you as holding the energy of God, or reminding them of what they would think God would be, or the way God would act. But God is everything, everyone. And the more we embrace unity consciousness, the more we express and embody the energy of God. I thank you for joining and being present. I love you always. We love you. The world loves you. The universe loves you. You love you even when you don't think you do. Thank you. Peace. I think that's the first time energy said I love you, or I've said I love you during a channeling. And I can feel energy calling me to say it now. Did I say it? It's not awkward. You don't have to feel uncomfortable. So I will. I love you. And I thank you always for being present with me, for joining me on my journey, for helping me believe in myself, for helping me find my purpose and continue to discover it and express it. I thank the three energies that was present today, as well as Princess Diana, as well as any other energies that I may not have perceived. Peace and love. Ashe.